So today we're finishing up with Kosher Torah's notes on Kosher Torah's teachings on Kabbalah from the Arizal Rabbi Isaac Luria, the 8 gates. So we were talking about the Yud and the Hey and the Vav and the Hey, and how there's consciousness and unconsciousness, and the crown itself. There's 4 who entered into the space, and one just stayed too far away from how it manifests, and one went only into the manifestation and lost the connection. One ascended up, just died because there was nowhere to come back into, and one pushed it up so that he would still have a place to come back into. He didn't just, rush up. So we learned about that it can be psychological inner constructs or kind of literally. So you could either kind of be like a linguist or you could be like an artist. And now I'm going to continue. So with the new material. So now we have to get deeper into the symbols of this. So for example, the last thing I mentioned was that our pulse itself, the heart, matches the 10 vowels, 10 kinds of pulse, 10 sphirot. These are the garbs of the soul because of the divine attributes. And you'll have to watch previous videos to really understand more of this. But we also learned that even the forehead itself, this is like where the crown, right, shows the letters or the archetypes protruding from the bina, the sphere, the thought. Bina being, there's 10 attributes, I'll say them quickly. Chachma, bina, chesed, gevura, tiferet, right leg netzach, left leg hod, pelvis yesod, feet malchus, and then das is like the inner chamber that is birthed by the wisdom and the knowledge. So it's like expansion, contraction, and the middle, the balance, and in the head, so you have the 3 triangles, right? And then you have the head, you have the ketcha, the light, and then you have like the chachma and the bina, the wisdom and the knowledge, and then you have the wisdom and the understanding, and then you have das, which is the secret portal, is the knowledge. You become one with the knowledge, you become knowledge itself, which is light, data, and then you have the lower triangle where you have the netzach, which is like pushing into the world, and then hod, which is accepting in the world, and then the yesod, which is kind of the creativity, the being creative, the foundation of the creation, being a creation who's a creator, and the feet, which is the sovereignty, receiving everything. So in our physical form, we radiate these attributes as well, and we need to be so familiar with our Hebrew letters as Jewish people especially, but even others understanding there's a holy words of creation. We can understand them as concepts. It's unconscious perception. It happens. It's already happening. It is. It's all being manifest. And these are interpreted by size and form and combination, straight, reverse, broken, or complete. Clearly, we're talking about a code. So souls can communicate telepathically even without the receiver having any conscious awareness. This is because we can see the Yud and the Hey and the Vav and the Hey throughout the body, throughout the physical. And when we visualize the name, it can even be used as an archetype for sensing the God consciousness in all things. We can use the Yud and the Hey and the Vav and the Hey as a symbol, as an allness. It means what was is, will be. It's manifest in all, but it's also the coming through space and time. It's healing. We can sense and see it in all things everywhere. It's a divine awareness and communication, literally in all things everywhere. So we project the name wherever divine light or energy is needed as a psychic tool for global betterment. And the sparks of the holiness exist in everything, everywhere. And their divine light, aka the essence of God, which is, we're saying here, Yud, Hey, Vav, and Hey, who is cloaked, and we don't need to say the whole thing together, just in case we might pronounce it and we're not sanctified, pure in that second to do so. We have to be fully conscious present. It's the allness. We have to have complete respect. So it's cloaked in the Torah, which is the holy truth. The code, like the source code. So secrets of holy truth can be learned from everything in nature. The exile of the holy truth, for example, is to be found in the nature. Holiness is the energy calibration aligning the human consciousness with the indwelling divine force, which is the spark, the Shekhinah, in all things. Everything has above it a higher spiritual counterpart, which serves as its angel or messenger. And since everything has within it the sparks of holiness, therefore everything can reveal the hidden sparks of holiness, hidden aspects. And it can reveal hidden aspects of universal holy truth, and even reveal the future in advance. Remember, beyond space-time, literally every angle, every view, every way. So the higher spiritual counterparts always communicate with human beings within the extent of one's culture and tradition, whether you have in your lineage shamans, totems, animal guides, or in your lineage you have rituals, observance, practices. For example, the Hanukkah blessing is imbued with the deep mystical meaning of uniting the life force energy with the Yod Hey and Vav Hey, and we say this is the feminine, masculine, this is the unconscious, conscious, this is the marriage of all duality. It's a oneness. That's why we say we have one God. And with the powers of the mind, which is Yesher Ayam, I am that I am, right? Because we identify with the mind, the I and the I that we think we are versus the I am, and the heart, which is the Elohim, which is the powers, right? And the heart is always sending out. It's a radiation, and it can take in. So it's like the force of nature, the pulse. It's the physical. But before that, we say the spirit is like the glue. So it's like the. You say you're in good spirits or bad spirits. You might be saying you have good emotions, bad emotions. Emotion is energy in motion, in other words. And so we say the powers, and then the body, which is like we accept the master of the body, the Adonai. The Adon means the master. So in that level, it's like the one I submit to. I accept the yoke on the body. And so Hanukkah is like in putting these together. Together, these names form the special unity, the Yichud, the oneness, right? Called Ner, the lamp. Like we're saying the light. Together, these can be the lamp lighting, the lighthouse. And this is the unity theme associated, but not confined to Hanukkah. Hanukkah is like the holiday of the lights. In the winter, the light in the dark. And that's really to see God. So when we practice this yichud in our meditations, we unify the mind, body, and the heart with this spirit of God, with this Yod He Vav He. And that is all from this topic. Be well. Thanks for joining.